Welcome to this edition of the Wonderbury podcast.
I'm Brian.
I'm Dave.
You can find us online at Wonderbury.com.
And I am D. Wonderly on Twitter.
Or I'm Brian Keysbury, anywhere the internet can be found. And also now at Brian at Wonderbury.com.
Yeah, you can leave us messages, notes at our email addresses or at Wonderbury.com. I am D at Wonderbury.com. Short and sweet, to the point. Yep, just D.
Nah, just the D.
Just the D. So how's your week?
For those of you that watched the pre-show, you already know.
Yeah. Well, I think the clue was that this was a little late coming out as well. So
my week was so bad I had to buy a $25 fish to feel good.
Well, my week was a little bit better than that, but hopefully right after the day after Memorial Day, I think FedEx said they're not shipping anything to home, so it won't be until Wednesday when I get my new phone. But getting a Pixel. Well, actually, a Pixel XL.
Woo!
And I'll also be getting the Daydream. You start playing with VR a little bit more in depth than just Google Cardboard, which would be fun.
Yeah. Get that Daydream on. I was reading a little bit more about it, and it sounds like it's the whole setup's a lot different than what Cardboard is, because like Daydream has its own launcher, and when you're using a Cardboard, you launch apps, and then put your device in the Cardboard.
Yeah, you can do it that way. The other thing it has is an actual controller too, so gaming should be a lot better on the Daydream as well.
Should be. I haven't gotten a chance to really play any good VR games.
The good VR games I have are on Steam, and I don't have $800 to drop on either a Vive or an Oculus yet.
Yeah.
One day I will, but just not yet.
I wonder, but speaking of which, we have a Patreon. You guys should, go give us $1. So you can sign up for $1 a month, and if you and 799 of your friends do that, we can buy ourselves a Vive, and then after that, a Tesla. And
yeah, I think audio and video equipment will probably come well before a Vive or a Tesla.
No, Dave, hear me out. If we have a Vive and a Tesla, we can record the video stream from the Vive and film us as we're driving. I'm using air quotes. Driving in our self-driving vehicle. We could VR on the road, Dave. Which I feel like we should probably play a racing game that way. So
that would be interesting.
Yeah, send us money and we will make this a reality. It's just pure entertainment for you guys. We're doing it for you, not us.
Yes.
It's just for
it's all for your entertainment
for you guys. If you give us the money.
And if you buy us a Tesla, you can come out and ride in it.
Yes. If you buy us a Tesla, you can drive it first. Drive it. I'm using the air quotes again. Drive it. You get to drive it first.
So, Star Trek Discovery dropped trailers this last week.
Ooh. Excited.
From what I saw, I am excited. I'm sad that we have to wait till this fall, but I'm also happy that they're doing it the right way instead of trying to rush something out that's not ready.
Yeah.
That they're actually waiting till it's ready. So that's kind of nice, but on the flip side of that token, it's be kind of nice to have, something.
Especially when it was originally supposed to come out in January.
Yeah, it was January, then it got bumped back to May, and then it got bumped to July, and now it's been bumped to fall.
And we're at the end of May, and I'm still itching.
Yeah, that's,
Although they have Rainn Wilson playing Henry Mudd. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I saw that. That's going to be really cool. I don't know. They're already kind of hinting, and I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but the track record of Enterprise doesn't give me much hope. The automatic destruction of canon kind of bothers me a little bit. Because if Starfleet had encountered Mudd before Kirk, then it wouldn't have taken Kirk exactly by surprise. So it kind of throws timelines into whack. And unless they're planning on messing around with timelines the same way that they messed around with them for the movies, which I seriously doubt they'll do, I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. I will enjoy the show anyway. I enjoyed Enterprise. Completely enjoyed Enterprise. Regardless of the fact that it completely destroyed canon through most of its life. But we'll see. It's one of the few things that kind of frustrate me with prequel stuff.
Yeah.
I would have much rather seen something either post DS9 TNG movie or within the realm, just somewhere else.
Yeah.
Adhering to canon.
There's so many possibilities. I don't know. It's gonna have to be good, or it's not gonna last very long. Because just from the way they're putting it out through the CBS Go, is gonna hurt.
Yeah, I think that'll hurt a little bit. I think the hardcore fans will give it a shot. It's kind of ballsy to throw, because I think the original plan, I don't know if they're still adhering to this plan or not, was the pilot or the premiere was going to be on CBS proper, and then every episode from there ended up going to be on their streaming site.
Yep.
So how that's going to work, I don't know. If it's going to work, I don't know. I'm a little concerned about it, but at the same time, it could be what they need to drive people to sign up. But I'm not sure. They have to knock it out of the ballpark, because the only people that are going to be signing up, casual new fans may not sign up for it. It's the old hardcore curmudgeon guys that'll sign up for it. So there has to be some play. Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. I'll do anything for Star Trek television, but they're running a risky. They're going to try to use Star Trek as their flagship to drive people to their streaming. Ambitious, but you've got to do it right. You can't just hope and pray that Star Trek people will come out and do that.
Have you seen if they said anything about it being on any other streaming services? So have you seen anything about it being on any other streaming services? Like, would they put it on Netflix? Like, even after the season's over?
Not in the US. So apparently it's going to be on Netflix for every other country. Except the US, it's going to end up being on the CBS Now or whatever the CBS exclusive, whatever it is. So
I wonder if it'll
invest
be
in a foreign
for
VPN.
Purchase.
If you want to get your Netflix flagged, invest in a VPN.
Well, But then, like, would it be available for purchase on, like, Google Play and iTunes?
I don't know. I don't know what deals in the relationship. I don't know. What I would do is I would assume that it would fit in the same category as the other CBS shows. So when does NCIS end up becoming available for rent or purchase on Google Play? Is it the season after? Is it 2 seasons after? Is it soon after the episode airs?
Yeah, I think it's usually, and I don't know specifically about CBS shows, but I know with a lot of shows that are available there, they are available like right around or shortly after when the show airs. Because you're buying, you're paying for the episode.
Yeah.
Specifically.
So I don't know, by that time you'd buy 2 episodes, so you get through 2 weeks, and you've already spent whatever you'd spend in a month for CBS Now.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Is it called CBS Now? What is it called?
I thought it was Go. CBS Go.
Oh, CBS Go. Okay. Nows, Goes, they all use the same 2 terms. So, because it'll probably be what, $1.99 an episode?
Probably.
Is that about right for Google Play episodes?
Yep.
Yeah. So if it's $5 or $6 a month, by the time you pay for 4 episodes, you've already spent more than you would for the monthly payment. So you own it. On one hand, you end up owning it. On the other hand, it'll be in the CBS library, and as long as you're paying for it, you get to keep rewatching.
Yep.
So, I don't know. To me, I'll probably just I'll get their fancy streaming app and I'll do that way. I mean, that's what else you gonna do, right?
Yep.
Hey, it's all for the love of Star Trek and what it shows us what things could be. Or
dude, it's tough being a cord cutter sometimes.
Yeah, I don't miss spending the money, but sometimes it is kind of tough. I kind of half cheat though, so
me too.
I still have access to a lot of stuff that I wouldn't normally have access if I try to go complete cord cut. Well, I could if I got Sling TV.
Yeah, and
I know I know there's a couple family members of mine have not just Sling. They've got the PlayStation View. Yeah. So they get all their channels and their streaming and their television through the PlayStation stuff. So there's ways to do it.
Yeah, I have ways that we shouldn't discuss on the episode.
And I think DirecTV is going to be providing a complete streaming service as well here soon, if they haven't already.
Yeah, it sounds like theirs is launched, I think. I read an article that was comparing things, and it sounded like theirs was available just from reading the article. But we should
do a comparison episode sometime, I think.
Yeah.
For what they're doing versus the new YouTube live streaming television thing that's coming out versus what Sling TV is. They're doing their thing. PlayStation View does their thing. There's a few others out there, and I think having a comparison and what they offer and what they cover would be kind of an interesting topic.
Xfinity has a god awful one.
Yeah. No. It should be all right though. I mean, it's getting there. I think traditional media is catching on that staying traditional is a dying art form, and they've got to do something and quick.
Yeah. Literally everybody except Comcast is moving ahead.
Well, But they'll actually Comcast. They've got their own streaming stuff, don't they?
So it's awful.
Well, yeah, it's awful. It's Comcast.
And I have Comcast. I've tried using it multiple times. I don't. It's that bad.
So I guess Comcast Live TV service may only be for Xfinity Internet customers. Interesting.
Which I am. I'm an Xfinity Internet customer. And I thought it was a bad experience. And I don't even remember why. I remember trying to find... I couldn't even figure out the channels.
Yeah, I wouldn't brag about that too.
No, that's how that it's not a good service. It's meant to drive you back to watching your regular TV. That's what it was. Which doesn't work for me because I don't have their regular TV service. And
yeah. Yeah, so DirecTV now, it looks like they've got 60 live channels for $35 a month for the DirecTV. That's not horrible. That's on par with Sling TV. That's on par with a lot of other ones. Only more channels.
Yeah.
I mean, and they have DirecTV. They've got they got 4 different packages. $60 a month or $30 a month, you get 60 channels. $50 a month, you get 80 channels. It adds a bunch. And then for $60 a month, you get 100. And for $70 a month, you get 120 channels.
Dang, that's not too bad.
And then you can add HBO for $5 a month on top of that, or Cinemax for $5, Stars for $8 a month. No annual contracts. Cancel anytime. You just pay month to month. No extra fees, so that $35 a month is exactly $35 a month or whatever that is. So the packages is based on billing region. So what local channels you get are verified through that, as well as live sports, blackout rules apply, etc., etc. So yeah, that's interesting. Like DirecTV's got for money wise, that looks like a really good package because I don't think Sling's $35 a month has quite as many channels.
We'll do a full comparison on another episode.
Yeah, kind of off on a little tangent there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm getting the Daydream. Hopefully by the next time we record an episode, I'll have at least a half a day or a day with the Daydream, which will be kind of nice to kind of dip in and start looking at what it offers for virtual reality.
Yeah.
VR stuff, man, that's blowing up a lot more than I was thinking it would.
Yeah.
It's pushed so far outside entertainment. It's crazy. When
you get it, figure out how to get on my YouTube channel and find my 360 video and see if the ambisonic sound works.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. There's several things I want to check out. I want to check that out. I heard rumor that there was concerts or something that does a 360 where you can kind of be up on stage during a live concert event.
Yep. Paul McCartney app. You can just search for Paul McCartney in the Play Store and it'll be the first thing to come up.
Awesome.
It's pretty awesome. It looks pretty. It's pretty cool even in cardboard. So I imagine it'd work pretty fantastic in Daydream.
Yeah.
Also on that, look up Bohemian Rhapsody. Brian May worked with Google. Brian May, the guitar player for Queen.
Yeah.
Worked with Google to, which he's on a side note, he's also, I want to say, an astrophysicist and a
something like
or
that.
Something. But something ridiculous.
He's quite the scientist. I remember that much.
But anyways, they made a special 360-degree music video for Bohemian Rhapsody, and that's pretty amazing.
Oh, cool.
See kind of what I don't know. You can see the potential of where music would go given this ability, and like what music videos would do if you have the full immersion.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how I can use it for education stuff. Me and the wife are planning on homeschooling our daughter, and being able to utilize kind of the latest, greatest technology and try to push technology in education and how we can use it as a tool that way. I'm really looking at those possibilities and what they can do with that. It's just some of those options that they have. Amazing.
Yeah. Being able to be in a classroom.
Well, not just in a classroom, but being able to visualize things you'd normally wouldn't be able to visualize, you know?
Yeah.
Seeing museums or seeing how certain objects work, with being able to walk around it and look at it and almost not quite touch it, but to be able to just get a visual representation of the inner workings of a molecule, or, you know, how the gear system in a clock or something works, or, you know, some of these more complex things that you wouldn't normally be able to see and hear and, you know, get a good look at. That's now suddenly available at our fingertips, which is kind of awesome.
That's gonna do, I don't know. I've started having this debate of whether that needs to be VR or AR too, because I keep picturing, you know, like, okay, so you want to see how a molecule works, but it's in one space, and to see all around it, or better yet, let's use a piece of machinery, say a car, an engine. You have an engine. Mm-hmm. You have an engine on a stand, and you're looking at it in VR. It only works when you are moving around the object. But with our current VR, you're sit in a spot and you're looking around. And there hasn't been a good way to control, like without getting one that has a separate controller, which I have seen those available. Not a good way to move around them, and I think that's where the AR and what Google was kind of showing on I/O. You know, they've been using Tango to learn room mapping. And I think being able to have, you know, like be able to load up an engine or load up anything and have it situated in the middle of the room where you're actually physically walking around in your room.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be amazing.
I know the Daydream does come with a controller, so there might be some rudimentary,
nice.
You know, move me over to this location, move me to that location. That I know that those do exist with it because of some demos that I've watched and stuff.
Yeah.
But going back to the AR, you know, that's kind of what Glass was being developed and designed. I remember reading stories of firefighters using Glass to help training.
Yeah.
As well as nurses being able to overlay where veins and that kind of stuff were to help train for shot giving and that kind of stuff with the patient, utilizing the AR and glass.
Yep. I tried to work on a script writing app that would give you an overlay of like actual script text that you could handwrite. So you, like, if you were, if you wanted to write a nice fancy letter with some calligraphy style lettering, it would just be an overlay, and you could essentially just trace the letters out while looking at a piece of paper with the glass on.
That would be
right. I still have all those files and stuff.
Cool.
Gotta see if we can put something together still.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I know medical's been using. There was a surgeon who did a cancer surgery. He had a 360 camera attached to it or whatever, and they were able to push that 360 footage with the VR to tens of thousands of students that could then go in and experience the surgery through virtual reality and learn from it.
Right.
And I thought that was just, one of dozens of amazing things you could do with VR.
Yeah.
I know NASA's even dabbled in it with training astronauts, and when Commander Kelly spent that year in space, for training and tasks, they were using they built their own rudimentary VR type system, utilizing laptops and closed blanket stuff that we wrap around his head to attach to it, so he could do the training that way, which I thought was kind of interesting.
That would be amazing.
They kind of built their own stuff up there on the space station.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Imagine getting a rover on Mars with a 360-degree camera.
Dude, I guess Curiosity doesn't have 360, but it's got the super high res stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of super high res in space, did you see all those images that got pulled off the Chinese moon rover?
Huh.
So the Chinese landed a rover up on the moon. It's been kind of scooting around, and it has been taking some amazing high res photos of the moon.
Nice.
It's absolutely gorgeous. You'll have to look that up. Or I'll find it and post it down the show notes or something, because they are absolutely gorgeous.
Did they find the hidden Nazi base?
No, but I think they came across Stanley Kubrick's trailer.
Ah. Yeah, they find a place where they faked the moon landing.
Well, you heard about that, right?
Yeah.
They hired Kubrick.
Hired him to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, but
he's such a stickler that they just decided to film on location.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, he's fantastic. He's such a good artist.
You know what the next step is, though, right?
What?
It's going to be full-on holodecks, man.
That's what I'm talking about with the AR. Like, it's getting there.
The AR and the VR, and you're just going to walk into a room, and suddenly the entire room transforms, and you've got stuff that you can actually pick up and feel and touch and do all sorts of fun stuff with.
Yeah, I'm wondering how close people are to having that kind of the haptic feedback from a visual object.
I don't know.
A virtual object would be.
I mean, I could go all geeky and explain how Star Trek does it, but I don't think that would be very conducive.
Yeah, because I understand how Star Trek does it, but they did it. They started one way and then they did it a different way. Halfway through TNG. But anyways, I'm wondering how they're gonna pull it off. How our real first iteration is going to be pulled off?
I don't know. They've been playing around with a lot of fun stuff when it comes to moving of matter and solidifying of matter, and it was I wish I could remember. I wish I'd written it down when I read it. I read an article where they were utilizing light to move atomic particles around using light. They pretty much built us an atomic sized tractor beam. Which is really impressive, but it's at a really small scale. And if they can figure out how to scale that up, that would be something else.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I think I remember reading about that, and I thought there may even be potential for that to be used in case of an asteroid incident.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to be about all the time we have this week.
Yep. So
hopefully this one shows up and comes out on time, or comes out just fine for us. And we don't have any. We've gotten rid of all the gremlins. Hopefully.
Man, I haven't seen gremlins since like 1998 when the Undertaker threw mankind off a Hell of a Cell 16 foot through the announcer's table.
You know what my favorite part about Star Trek is? And Discovery?
What's that?
No Jar Jar Binks.
All that.
And with that, we will catch you guys all next week. Well, I did continue even after